one thing I think is very important to remember is that we are all pioneers. That includes straight people too, because as gay marriage equality becomes real, it's only possible because we work together across identity lines. It's also true that those of us in the LGBT community are more likely to see gay equality as a civil rights issue. And unfortunately, other minority groups have been reluctant in many ways, not everybody, but it has been hard for them, for many people in the African American, Latino, or minority religious communities, to recognize that we also are asking not for sexual rights that are different from riding on a bus, but that civil rights, equal protection of the laws for individuals.
Did you remember voting for Proposition 8?
Okay, that's the gay thing, right?
Yeah.
I was against it.
Yes on 8.
Yes on 8.
Yes on 8. Marriage is a man and a woman.
Yeah. Oh, in between.
It's marriage. Holy matrimony.
Yeah,
man and woman. I mean, I understand the discrimination and all of that, but I mean, if you want to get legally, have a court order to be together, that's one thing, but marriage is something else. That's between the man and the woman.
I voted yes on it. The majority of the people in America want the Proposition 8 to go into effect. I'm for it.
I am for the civil union, but not for calling it marriage, because for Catholicism, marriage is the unity between a man and a woman. But I am in favor of same-sex civil marriages.
And I could go along with that also.
I voted against same-sex marriage.
Okay, and how do you feel about that? Do you think that the only consensual marriage is between a man and a woman?
Domestic partnership is okay, but marriage is ordained, in my opinion, by God, and it's a union between a man and a woman. Period.
Denying same-sex couples the right to marry is not a religious issue, it is a civil rights issue. When individuals are denied the right to marry, they and their families are denied access to more than 1,138 federal rights, protections, and responsibilities automatically granted to married heterosexual couples. And these are just 3 of the 1,138 federal rights that same-sex couples are denied. The right to make decisions on a partner's behalf in a medical emergency, family-related Social Security benefits, income and estate tax benefits, disability benefits, family-related military and veteran benefits, and other important benefits. The right to assume parenting rights and responsibilities when children are brought into a family through birth, adoption, surrogacy, or other means.
When I was young, very young, I married my husband. We were both very young. And we married because we were in love. It was the only reason to get married, because you were in love. I mean, we eloped. We went to Italy to get married. Our families weren't too happy about it, but we did it anyway. It never even occurred to us that it was a right, a civil right nonetheless. So I think that if people have this connection, they found this love, there is no government, no person, no God that should stop them. They should have that right. It's a human right, and it is a civil right. I automatically, just accepted the fact that we had, tax advantages. We filed our tax returns together. Our health decisions were made together. The inheritance is a huge thing. The decisions you make for your children, what you pass down to your children, all of that was just automatic. And I I took it for granted. I take it for granted. So I think that people should really examine, this aspect of it, because this is what's very important for people that do want a partnership and do want to make a life together with one another. That's really what's important, the future. Their future, their health, the future of their children. And it really is very, very important that they have these rights.
Repent, sodomite. Turn to the God of the Bible. Shame on you. Shame on you. You know what you are. You're a pervert. You're sick. You're twisted. You're evil.
When it comes to the two perspectives, the difference between those who are for Proposition 8 and those who are against has to do with the difference between fear and love. Fear is false evidence appearing real, and these people who are afraid of same-sex marriage are actually doing the same thing that they've done for years and years against Jews and blacks and Hispanics. It's the same argument, the fear of not having enough resources, the fear of how it's going to change their reality. And those who are for same-sex marriage are all coming from love. They all wish to be able to have an intimate relationship where they can take care of the people that they love and have a family and continue to evolve in an intimacy. So all of this fear comes from what we've been downloaded over thousands of years about through religious beliefs and moral beliefs about what is right and wrong, as opposed to what's the most loving choices for people involved.